Hey, this is J.R. St. Julien with the St. Julien Real Estate Group of eXp Realty. Welcome to my mid-month market update for December 2021. The real estate market remains strong even though we're in the mix of the holiday season. Typically, this is the time of year where things slow down a bit as people take the time to travel, celebrate the season, and spend time with their loved ones. But we're not seeing that have the impact that we thought it would have during this holiday season. We're actually seeing an uptick now in December of the number of offers being written on individual properties or individual homes. And the reason behind that is the same story that we've been telling all year. It's all about supply. Supply right now is at an all-time low, like all-time forever, the lowest low we've ever seen. And when you combine that with the still very low attractive mortgage rates that you can get right now, that is keeping the buyer demand high in the market. And unfortunately, even though buyer demand has slowed a little bit, as we are in the mix of the holiday season, it hasn't slowed enough to offset the decrease in the supply. And in the last couple of weeks specifically, I've seen the competition increase. For the last few months, I've been telling you guys, hey, most homes are getting a handful of offers when they do find themselves in a multiple offer situation. In the last few weeks, I've seen a number of scenarios where the number of offers submitted on the property were in the double-digit category. So, upwards of 10. Even more recently, I've seen one where it was upwards of 24. We hadn't seen that in a number of months. So it's interesting to see that, especially as we're rapidly approaching Christmas. Typically things right now is at kind of the slowest of the slow that we will see in the year. So what that is starting to tell me is that, hey, this demand is not going away. This supply is still a major issue, which is causing this increased level of competition. Now, that being said, if we look at the stats and kind of see, hey, where are the stats differing between detached homes and attached homes, so detached single family homes and attached condos or townhomes, you will start to see a difference in the numbers between the two. And I believe that's being driven for the most part by affordability. So affordability is starting to impact the market, but it hasn't impacted it to the point yet to where it's slowing down the demand. So specifically, year over year, we've seen an average of 14.7% appreciation year over year for single family detached homes. That number is 25.1% year over year appreciation for attached condos and townhomes. And the delta that you're seeing there is basically as the detached single family homes have gone beyond the level of what many buyers can afford, they're now turning their attention to the attached condos and townhomes. And the price appreciation, since there's a higher demand in that category right now, has been a bit stronger than what we've seen in the detached home category. And basically what we're starting to see is that the affordability of those attached homes are starting to limit the growth or the speed at which appreciation is growing in those particular properties. And as a result of that, we're now also starting to see effects on the supply side, where supply is down 50% year over year on the detached single family homes, and it's down 66.7% year over year on the attached condos and townhomes. So you're definitely starting to see affordability make an impact. So now, what does this mean to you if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the near future? Well, number one, if you're thinking about buying a home, I would expect to start the process with the expectation that it will be competitive and it may take some time. Now, that being said, it may not take time for you, because I do have a client that I literally just put in contract. We went out on one series of showings, wrote one offer, and they got that offer accepted. Now, that being said, they were prepared. They understood what it would take to get the offer accepted. They were willing to put forth what they needed to do so in order to get their offer accepted. But that was still a one-off. It doesn't typically happen like that. So I would say if you're thinking about making a purchase in the upcoming months, expect it to maybe take a little bit of time. Do all your pre-approval and financial planning ahead of time. That's a must. You have to do that ahead of time so you know what your limits are when we get into a competitive offer situation. And understand, hey, the market is going to be competitive. So you may have to stretch yourself a tad bit beyond what you may think that you're comfortable with. But what I always tell folks is that, hey, if you stretch for this particular home and you actually get your offer accepted, when that home closes, it's setting the new mark for the neighborhood, and any home that comes behind it will be according to what we've seen historically, will be selling for a slightly bit higher price than that. So what I've seen all year is every month that passes, the homes get more expensive. And if a client could have stretched themselves 3 months prior, it would have cost them less for that home 3 months ago than what it would cost them for that home today. So as someone is thinking about maybe purchasing a home, you want to keep that in mind. Now, that being said, as someone that's thinking about selling a home, one thing that we're also seeing in the marketplace are some homes are sitting on the market longer than others. And the reason for that is either one, they're overpriced, and or the homes are very poorly prepared for the market. They're dirty. They're just not represented well. They don't have good photos. They don't have any videography taken on the listing. It matters how you present your home to the market. While yes, there is demand out there and the buyer demand is heavy and the supply is low, if you happen to overprice and poorly present your home to market, your home may be sitting there for a couple months before it actually sells. And it probably will take some price reductions in order to get it to sell. Obviously, as a seller, you don't want that. You want your home to sell for the most possible money. So one thing that you need to think about as a seller, take the time to prepare your home properly and make sure you're listing your home with someone that understands the market and knows how to present your home to the market. That's very important right now. If you do that, you can be in the catbird seat and be one of those folks right now that are getting double-digit offers. But if you don't do that, you're sitting in the oddball out seat where your home was sitting on the market and everybody's starting to wonder, well, what's wrong with that home? You don't want to put yourself in that situation. So hopefully that was helpful for you. I wish you a happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever you're celebrating this season, I hope you get to do it with your loved ones and your friends. And I hope you stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. And of course, if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. That's very helpful for me. If you have any particular questions, you can feel free to chime in down below and type in a comment, ask a question, or if you want to just give me a call direct, all of my contact information will follow this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you had a wonderful 2021, and I'm looking forward to what's coming for us all in 2022. Take care.